information that Chris presented, any ideas he raised today, as well as I think you're pretty much open to any other question. Bob, that's not going to work. That's plugged into Chris. As well as any other question that you might have about life. He's open to answer any of those questions. And as you're pondering that, I will get the ball rolling here. I'll grease the wheel here and say, let's start with something really basic here. Chris, is there anything additional you might like to explain about the power of core vocabulary? You made that a really important part of your first part of your speech. Does anybody have any other additional question about what is core vocabulary, or? Yes?
What is core vocabulary?
What is core vocabulary? Well done.
It's the 400 words you and I and everybody likes, plays, says, say, 80% of the time. It's the 400 words you and I and everybody say 80% of the time.
Then the structure words, the shoulds, the woulds, the coulds, the I, me, my, myself, mine, you, or me, us, our, all those little words, you know, the common positions.
All right, right now probably we don't have a roving microphone because we use what was our roving microphone to hook up Chris. So when you got a question, use your best speech pathology voice nice and loud. Gentlemen in the front, you have a follow-up question?
Yeah, well, is there a list where we can get of those words?
Is there a list? Yes. Chris, you want to address that?
Yes.
Yes. I would say off the top of my head, there's lots of lists. I know the list, the best that are at a place at minspeak.com. There are lots of lists. MINSPEAK.com. All right, behind her in the stripe. You were, I think, next.
Yesterday, Chris, you told me you got your Unity device is about, 35 years old?
Yeah.
Why is this that much more effective for you over the other devices you've used in the past?
Does everybody hear the question?
Other than my HANDI voice 110. This device develops a M-O-T motor plan, so I'm not thinking about where anything is. I'm just thinking about what I am saying. Other than my handy was 110, this device develops a motor plan, so I'm not thinking about where anything is, I'm just thinking about what I am saying.
Thank you.
All right, I think the lady in brown there, and then I'll get you in the back in white.
I work in a high school setting where I have a lot of students who have had negative experiences in the past with their device. So they're kind of not as willing, they don't want to get it out because they have negative memories with it. Even with devices that use a core word and a motor approach, how do you get them from that point to seeing the value in it as a social communication tool?
Can you make it fun? I guess that's what I would start with, and hopefully that would create some POSI positive things for them. Can you make it fun? I guess that's what I would start with, and hopefully that would create some positive things for them.
Chris, would you by any chance have an example of what maybe when you were that age you would have considered fun that you can do? And no channeling of Ed Frankie right now.
Play games, telling jokes, and I'll leave it at that. I know there was another thing. My brothers, and I did, but it wasn't nice. Playing games, telling jokes, and I believed in it, and I know there was another thing my brothers and I did, but it wasn't nice.
So are we going to talk to your parents afterwards?
We probably don't know everything. You don't.
Used to call each other names by using the device, and whoever made the longest sentence won. Used to call each other names by using the device, and whoever made the longest sentence won.
So you found something that was motivating. All right, so we'll get to the white-headed question, and then the back in the purple, okay? And then the brown. We got more, okay?
First of all, why are you using two devices? And first of all, are you using the notebooks for your presentation?
I'm using two because a lot of times I stop and say something else during my speech, so you can't go in and out of the notebook. So I wanted to make sure if I wanted to add something, I could. I'm using to because a lot of times I stop and say something else during my speech, so you can't go and end up on the notebook, so I just wanted to make sure if I wanted to add something I could.
All right, I think the lady in the black and the purple, or the back in purple, yeah, you.
Chris, how important do you think it is for you to use email or texting to maintain relationships? And what tools do you use for teaching folks that are important that you use to maintain a relationship?
I think email and texting texting are very important. So, yes, we need to teach them that to and that is ocean. Another fun thing to do with their device. So they should want to do that. I think email and texting are very important, so yes, we need to teach them that too. And it is another fun thing to do with their device, so they should want to do that.
What about Facebook or Facebook? Do you use those also?
Yes.
All right, I think the girl in the brown here was waiting next.
Hi, my question for you is at what time in your life do you feel like you took ownership of what you wanted out of the device and then being able to express that to whatever speech path or family member?
I think that happened when I was 6 and she gave me it and I right. I think that happened when I was 6 and she gave me it and I right.
I think so.
Confirm that. Well, Angela, I see, we've got two back here and there, so we'll get to you, but way in the back. Angela?
Yeah, so you talked quite a bit about mentors. Do you think that there needs to be any sort of training or planning with the mentor before they are a mentor for someone else?
We are working on that program. So, yes, we are working on that program, so yes.
Beta tester.
Okay. Okay.
All right, girl in the gray there.
Yeah, it seems like AAC users are extremely underrepresented in everything, particularly in media. And I was wondering what your thoughts are on sort of fixing or ameliorating that problem so that like AAC users are not in this weird, invisible state for like the majority of Americans, right? Increase visibility.
That is a difficult problem. to fix. I know I'm in a movie called Only God Could Hear Me. So that is a start. However, the question becomes, how do we get the MED media interested in AAC? I had to think about that. We are doing VID videos about everyday life with become AAC. So that will EXPO expose some more to it too. And it's a difficult problem to fix. I know I'm in a movie called Only God Could Hear Me, so that is the start. However, the question becomes, how do we get the media interested in AAC? I had to think about that. We are doing videos about everyday life will become AAC, so that will expose some more to it too.
All right. We've got about 5 or 6 minutes, and then we're going to have to present Chris with his award and evacuate the room. So, over there.
Chris, I just want to know how you met your wife and if she knew that you played kitchen basketball before you started dating.
We met on the internet, and she's though still learning about the things I do and I have done. We met on the internet, and she's still learning about the things I do and I have done.
All right. There, yeah, right, yeah. Black hair.
Hey Chris, I just heard you enjoy your speech. It sounds really pretty. My question would be, if you imagine this is a room of engineers, not SLPs, I know it's always difficult to use technology for everyone. Just from your user's perspective as a user since age 6, if you could do some feature requests to engineers to make your experience better, what are some of the major factors or content you'd like to see?
Well, it's time to go. Back to the dedicated speech device and forget about this computer and device all in one. It doesn't work. And I believe we are going to come back to a speech device only someday. Well, it's time to go back to the dedicated speech device and forget about this computer and device all in one. It doesn't work, and I believe we are going to come back to a speech device only someday.
All right, there. Yep, with a little sparkly necklace there.
Hi, Chris. I was just wondering if you could tell us what situations you find most difficult to communicate and
Probably loud places. Probably loud places.
All right, well, I don't know what Chris's schedule is afterwards, but in consideration for the next speakers that are coming into this room, we're going to have to wrap this up. But before you all leave, we have our photo op time, so Bruce Baker will be presenting Chris with his official plaque for an extraordinary job at the 17th Annual AAC Frankie Distinguished Lecture.
The distinguished lecturer plaque, the 17th one, to Christopher Klein. And as a person in the field of AAC, I present it to you with a true sense of gratitude for your showing us what we can do, or what can be done. Thank you.